Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul, and we're here for a reading about you, the person on your mind, and your connection to each other. Today's pop-up is going to be all about the next 30 days in this connection. To be clear and let you know, we are talking about the 30 days from whenever this reading found you, not necessarily the next 30 days from whenever this reading posted. So from whenever you were watching this video and the next 30 days or so onward, that is what we're talking about here today. I also like to remind everyone that it's important to take timelines with a grain of salt. We could be talking about 29 days, 31 days, but roughly right around a 30-day section of time. So I am so excited for today's reading. I also have to give you a bit of a PSA that there's some tea here. Like, there is some excitement. They just drew my eye up to my plot twist candle as well. So I think that there is a big plot twist coming in for this connection over the next 30 days. And another PSA, I don't nitpick my cards when I'm reading. I do get us going with a first spread simply to save time, just because when I do everything 100% live shuffle, like that would add probably legitimately an extra 10 minutes just doing that onto the reading time. So the reason I'm saying that again in this reading is because we have a very specific message coming through, and this is probably not going to resonate with everyone. However, because it's coming through so many times, I know that this was meant to reach someone out there, and if that someone is you, you're going to have to come back to the video when it happens to let me and the collective know, please, because this is going to be some tea. Okay, anyway, we're going to get started with the first spread. Then I will dive even deeper using the tarot, of course. I'll pull some channeled messages from your person to you to see things that they might say to you over the next 30 days or things they will want to say to you during that time period, as well as tiles and charms for extra info, extra insight, and confirmation. And then, as always, I will end our reading here today with a short message from universe just for you, whatever you need to hear the most at this time. And I encourage you to stick around till the end, because it is so very important to remember to do a good reset after receiving a reading, and to remember to call your energy and focus back inwards towards yourself. So we will do that at the very end before closing it out here today. I am so excited, you guys. Let's hop right into it. We have the Golden Rose conjunction and the alchemical wedding. We also have the fault line, the gem, and the ring. The camel, endure difficulties with patience. Snake, shed, renew, and heal. Hawk, gain perspective and observe from above, as well as compassion. Embrace others' differences, accept your own imperfections. Now, before getting into the messages, I have to shout out the symbols to pay close attention to. Maybe you've already been seeing some of these numbers or symbols as synchronicities, or you will be over the next 30 days. At least something in this spread you will see repeating over the next 30 days. One being snakes. I'm seeing snake imagery coming through multiple times. Even over here with the infinity symbol, it looks like snake skin. So snakes. You may also be seeing camels and or hawks. The numbers 43, 14, or 18 could be significant, as in the 14th through the 18th of a particular month. Like that 4-day section could be really important, or one or the other. We also have the infinity symbol, of course, coming through. I'm seeing lots of rainbow imagery as well. And that's about it, other than yin-yang imagery, which I will talk about shortly here, as in you and your person could be counterparts. The two of you could be divine counterparts, or quite opposite from one another, but there's going to be a uniting of the opposites during the next 30 days. I'm going to be so straight up with you guys. You are likely coming into union with this person in the next 30 days. And I'm feeling for most of you, it's definitely a 3D union, as in the two of you are likely going to be taking things to the next level in a very extreme way over the next 30 days. And another PSA, I'm a very honest reader. I would not be sharing this with you if it did not come out organically in the cards, but the cards are literally saying there is a high likelihood you're going to be in a 3D union with this person in the next 30 days. And to be even more specific with you, I am picking up on a lot of messages indicating there might be something sneaky behind that, okay? As in, the two of you might go run away and elope with each other, like straight up run away and get married, or run away and get proposed to or propose to them. There is something being kept a secret because this card came out alongside conjunction and the alchemical wedding. Both of these talk about the uniting of opposites and essentially coming into union. And I'm going to read that from the guidebook to you momentarily just to show you. But this talks about secrets in a lot of ways. Secrets that are kept from others, secrets that are even kept from yourself, which is interesting. And in this context, I'm literally taking this as like a secret wedding or a secret engagement or a secret union. So that's why I said there's some tea to this, because it seems like you and your person are coming into a union with each other, but for some reason you feel like you have to hide it from people in your life, or maybe a specific person. You know, I feel like you definitely know your situation pretty well, so there could be a reason behind that. Maybe there's a third party that would be upset by you coming into union. I'm not even just saying romantic third parties. It could literally be friends, family members. It could be an ex. It could be like maybe if it would affect your career for some reason, it could be a boss or a coworker. I don't really know, but I feel like you will already know why that would need to be kept a secret, at least for a period of time. I'm not saying that is going to happen extended outwards from the next 30 days, but we are talking about the immediate 30 days of this connection. You're keeping it a secret for some reason. And I think it's because, you know, there's some kind of drama going on here. Because with the fault line archetype, it gives a really good metaphor and depiction for this archetype as kind of like walking across a frozen lake. And as you're walking across that lake, you can start to hear little cracks. You can start to hear, you know, the ground shifting underneath your feet, but kind of being in denial of it and hoping that it doesn't happen. So to me, it's kind of like, not really even like the calm before the storm, but like receiving signs of a tower moment happening before it happens, almost being in denial of it or trying to avoid it from happening by keeping it a secret. So what this is essentially telling me is the two of you are going to be keeping this a secret because you know that when like the dam bursts open, there is going to be drama from someone or something, or it's going to create a little bit of havoc or maybe a little bit of chaos or even a tower moment. Like it'll spark a tower moment to happen, okay? So you're keeping it a secret for the 30 days because you know that there's drama that follows it. They also just said there could be a snake in the mix. So for some of you out there, there is a snaky person tied in with this connection somehow, who could be a person that would create drama. Not for everyone. I feel like that's not going to be the case for everyone, but they did say it. So I know someone out there needed that message, that there's like a snake in the bunch. There's a fox in the hen house, so to speak, who would create a tower moment or drama if the news broke or something like that, okay? And you're going to be keeping an eye on it. I feel like with the Hawk card, this is you and your person kind of keeping watch and almost guarding this connection for a period of time, kind of keeping an eye out and whatnot, okay? So very interesting. As promised, I'm reading this card to you. Pretty much every time that comes out in a reading, I like to read it because it comes with such a powerful message. It's also the back of the deck, like it's the last card in the deck. So it personally, I think it carries the strongest energy of all of these cards. So I'm going to read it to you, okay? Infinity symbols or hearts could also be important to this connection. I had to throw that out there. I'm seeing it presented again here. And then we also have like what appears to be 2 rings or 3 rings here. For some of you, there could be third-party drama, okay? Like somebody could already be married or something like that. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Okay, so we have conjunction, love, divine union, and infinity. Conjunction is the greatest alchemical operation of love. During this stage, we witness the miraculous work of 2 opposites merging to create a unique third form. Sun and moon unite to reveal the entire cosmos. Black and white unite to reveal the spectrum of color. Unlike coagulation, conjunction represents a conscious and benevolent union, one that springs forth from awareness, acceptance, and devotion. It is not a compromise, but rather an activation, a holding of tension and presence that allows each of the entities to thrive and express themselves. Experiencing conjunction is one of the blessings of the human experience, whether the bond is with human, nature, or divinity. Recognize it by the stirring of your heart and an element of surprise, okay? Some of you, this is going to take you by surprise. Through the opposites arises the infinite, okay? The numbers 232 or 233 could also be important to this connection, so pay attention. And they are calling me to open up to the alchemical wedding as well. I didn't plan on it, but I listen to my divine team when I feel called because that's just how I roll. So we're reading this too. You're welcome to skip ahead if you don't like. The numbers 208 and 209 could also be important, or maybe even just the month of February is when this reading is finding you or will be relevant, okay? So we have the alchemical wedding. Ritual, celebration, uniting. All hail the alchemical wedding. The laboratory morphs into a dreamlike dance floor, and all your allies, fellow alchemists, and ancestors are here to witness the celebration. What was once lost has been found. What was once denied has come fully into the alchemist's embrace. The work is often felt as serious and studious, but the alchemical wedding is a moment of levity and lightness. When this card arrives, it is of utmost importance to mark the occasion. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Honor and acknowledge those who have helped you along the alchemical path. You have come so far. Energy radiates from the uniting of opposites and the redrawing of life's blueprint. The new form has arrived. The unknown has become known. You'll be back to your existential queries and tinkering ways in no time. Now the work is to revel in the miracles. So this union might even feel like a miracle to you and your person, or something that is, I just heard the word extraordinary. There's something about your connection to each other that does feel extraordinary, very, very rare indeed. And this card also talks about the infinite bond. So I'm getting a very strong indication that you and your person are likely divine counterparts. However you resonate with that, I'm not going to go on my whole spiel right now. I really do feel like the two of you are divine counterparts, okay? And that you are quite opposite, but you create perfect harmony and balance together. You bring different things to the table, and you are coming into a 3D union with one another. This is something you're deciding to do. There is something very, very rare about this connection, and both of you know that. It's funny, you guys, because at the very end of this card, like I'm not going to read another chapter for you because I'm not just doing like a book reading here today, but take my word for it. At the very end of this card's chapter, it says something along the lines of P.S. There might be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger, okay? And then we have the gem that came out right before it. So yeah, for some of you, there's a proposal in the works, there's a wedding in the works, there's a secret engagement or eloping taking place over the next 30 days. And that's why I said right from the get-go when I started the reading that this reading is not going to be for everyone, okay? However, I always trust that if it found you for some reason, even if that was just to lead you to my channel for the first time so you could explore my other readings or my pop-up reading playlist or something like that. So I do trust you're here for a reason, but yeah, this is specific. And I think that there's gonna be some difficulties, okay? That's why you're keeping it a secret for a period of time, because there's going to be some drama that follows it for some reason, or there's going to be some obstacles you have to work through. You know, the drama could even be as simple as financial responsibility, right? Where, you know, maybe you and your person have decided you want to get married or you want to be in union with each other, but financially it's not practical at this time. So you're keeping it a secret from friends and family or whatever until you can save up some money to make it actually happen. Something like that, okay? But there's definitely a reason you're keeping it a secret, and I feel like you know what that is. It's not taking you by surprise. It's not like a surprise reason you're hiding such a big thing. Okay. Anyway, let's get to the rest of the messages here. I'm going to hop straight into the tarot. That went a little bit over time from what I had anticipated, but I know it happened for a reason. So let's do tarot. Tarot time. Okay, so talk to me about the next 30 days. Anything else you can tell me, spiritual team? Anything else you can tell me? Ooh, that could be what the reason you're keeping it a secret. Okay, because we have the Eight of Swords. Someone might be feeling trapped in another situation. Could be with a third party, could be financial. But that's to me talking about, oh, hold on, I might have to cover this card. Hold up a second, you guys. Pause. Not literally, but pause me and my talking. Okay. It technically nothing is there, but I just never know, and I don't want like this video to have problems, so we're doing that just in case. Anyway, you or your person are feeling trapped or restricted in the next 30 days with being able to express this. We've already talked about that. It's because there's a reason why the two of you are choosing to keep it a secret. Your guts are telling you it needs to be that way for a reason, okay? For a select few of you out there, it might not even be like a proposal or an engagement. It could be making a decision to have a child. Like the two of you might be finding out that you're having a baby together or trying to conceive a baby or something like that, okay? You might be thinking about growing your family or solidifying your union in that way, okay? We also have the Queen of Cups and the Chariot coming out. Both of these are Cancer, by the way. This is Taurus. So maybe this reading is finding you during Taurus or Cancer season. We have Aquarius coming out now with the King of Swords. What else can you tell me about the next 30 days? And then we have Temperance coming out, Sagittarius. Okay. So aside from what we've already gotten out here, I feel like you and your person are really going on instincts and off of your intuition over the next 30 days. You're listening to where you feel called to go, what you feel called to do, what you share with each other, what you share with others. Like you are being guided by your intuitions. I don't even know if that word works plural, but you and your person are both listening to your intuition and working as a team to make decisions together over the next 30 days. Specifically with what to share to people, what not to share, and what to do. There could be important travel coming in. Sometimes the Chariot talks about travel, forward movement, also the progression of the connection, choosing to enter into this union with each other, choosing to come into harmony and balance with one another. We have yet another illusion, or not illusion as in like an illusion, but alluding. We have another card of alluding to the uniting of opposites, okay? Temperance does talk about that. I also take Temperance as a divine counterpart card indicator. And then here we have this person holding a sun and a moon, two opposites uniting to create one in harmony, okay? And then of course the Two of Cups is also a card of union, of connection, relationships, And we have two people holding hands here. Both of them have rings on their fingers, okay? So I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying. More rainbow imagery coming out as well with this card. I feel like it's going to be a fresh start, a second chance. It's going to feel like a blessing. For some of you, it's something you and your person have really been wishing for and hoping for as well. And it's going to feel like you're fulfilling a promise to one another. You know, rainbows can also represent promises fulfilled or promises given. So this could be the two of you uniting and making vows and promises to one another, to see it through till the end, you know? So that's what I'm seeing coming in for the next 30 days. There's big change, super big change coming in, and there's definitely union in the cards for the two of you. And you're choosing to do this together and really, really listening to your gut about what the next steps are, even after that. So, okay, let's get out some messages from your person to you now before I get ready to start pulling tiles and charms and sealing off your reading. I don't know why I'm getting all hung up on that now, but anyway, talk to me about things this person will want to say to the viewer or will say to the viewer during the next 30 days. Okay, I want to make amends. They may apologize to you for something or try to make something right. Okay, what else? You inspire me. These cards like to slide sometimes. It drives me nuts. Anyway, what else will this person want to say or will actually say during the next 30 days? Okay, I feel so happy with you. That's very clear. I think it's going to be a very joyous expression between the two of you over the next 30 days. I have trouble with intimacy, so maybe this person struggles a little bit with like heart-to-heart conversations or deeper levels of connection. I see them at least wanting to open up to that, though. They're questioning. They're diving deeper into how you feel and what you're experiencing in the moment as well. Asking you how you feel, asking you what's going on within you, and really trying to dive deep into this connection. Okay? Hold up a second. We also have, I've gotten a reading done about you/us. So over the next 30 days, your person could even be consulting with a card reader or a psychic, trying to get help or guidance or insight as to what to do next in this connection, or even what to do like down the road, like because it seems like you're keeping pretty big secrets. Maybe they're trying to see like what all of the possibilities are based on what ways you take or what actions you take after that. Okay. We also have you give me butterflies. Butterflies could be important symbols too, so pay attention. I love you. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely a case, especially if the two of you are like running away and getting into union with each other. It seems like, yeah, this person loves you and they're probably going to say that. I really want to see you. This person's going to want to get together with you, spend a lot of time with you. Okay. I've been sending you signs and I am looking for answers. Okay, so this person could literally be sending you signs as in dropping hints, dropping little clues here and there. Or again, some of the signs that they could have been sending you could have been symbols that we saw earlier in the reading, because I specifically felt called to tell you to pay attention to those. So butterflies, snakes, hawks, numbers 43, 14, or 18, so on and so forth, okay? And I'm looking for answers. I feel like that's looking for answers of how to get through the obstacle, okay? Whatever the reason is, you're keeping it a secret, how to get over that, or what to do about that part of the situation, okay? All right, let's get out tiles and charms. If I haven't said it already, because I don't remember if I did or not, so bear with me if I did. I would love it if you would remember to like the video and help support my channel if you feel called to, and if you've been enjoying this so far. Would love that. And consider subscribing if you're new. We would love to have you join us in the Awakened Soul community. We have a lovely community over here, especially during the live streams and live chats. We have so many friendships that have been built over here. It is absolutely beautiful. I love you guys. You are like the best. This community is amazing. Beautiful souls. Okay. I'm seeing the word Tom or Tim coming out. Okay. So we had, and I put out mail too. I didn't even talk about that, but the word mail, somebody could be like a mail deliverer or work at like a postal office or something like that. You might also be getting important mail, like letters. Okay, so we have MAILAOTROUI coming through. So if you need a minute to see what words, names, letters you can make, you are welcome to pause the video and take as much time as you would like. If anybody sees important words that they want to comment down below for the collective, you are also invited to do that. Everybody really appreciates it when you do. Okay, so we have a cross coming out here. Someone in this connection could be Christian, or there could be religious differences between the two of you. They also said I need to take this. I just looked over and saw it poking out. So I don't know why, but we grabbed the palm tree, okay? Maybe the two of you live near palm trees, or you're going to be traveling to that type of area over the next month or so here. Running away to the beach and eloping or something. I don't know, but it came through. We also have a blue cat. And what have I been saying? You and your person's intuitive communication is going to be really intense over the next month or so here. You're listening to your intuition. You also communicate really well intuitively with each other. Like you can read each other really well. And then we have the owl, which essentially is carrying the same message. Your intuition is going to be spot on. And you're also pausing to make the wisest decisions you possibly can. So, all right, you guys, let's get your personal messages out now. And then I'm getting ready to close today's reading off. I also want to let you guys know that I have a YouTube membership as well as a Patreon membership, and both of them have different exclusive and or extended readings. So if you like my style, if you've been with me for a while and you would like to explore readings that you can't find over here on regular YouTube, I invite you to join us. The information for both Patreon and my YouTube membership is down below in the description box. I also have a merch shop. So if you've been thinking about getting yourself or a friend an angel number shirt or mug or an awakened soul shirt or mug or something like that, you're invited to check that out. That's also in the description box. So, all right, now I'm done with that. Done with that little announcement. Okay, so your first personal message is the raccoon with letting go. This message has to do with those things which you cling, be it a thought form, habit, creed, or situation. The time has come for letting go. Something is halting your progress, and you are spinning your wheels. Once you embrace change, blessings will follow. Okay? And then your second message is the meadowlark. Smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. And last but not least, we have your affirmation of the day, which I will hold up so you can affirm with me in whatever way you like. It is, today I am at peace. Today I am at peace with all that has happened, all that is happening, and all that will happen. That is definitely a beautiful affirmation to affirm. You can reread it if you like, or type it in the comments, even write it down if you would like to do that. And I am going to go ahead and pack up and leave your reading here. I want to thank you all so much again for joining. I hope to see you for a future reading. Bye for now.